Welcome to Blind Bourbon and Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host Lindsey and this is John, risking his liver to discover new bourbons. We base our reviews off of a 25-point scale we developed and then multiply that by 4 to get up to 100. We start with 5 points for smell, then 10 points for taste, then 5 for the finish, and 5 points combined for the look of the bottle and the liquid inside. Now on to the review. All right, guys, we're back. Our hiatus is up. We just went on vacation, but we are back now and we are getting right back into videos. So John has a blind sample. He's been dealing with it for a little bit. Oh, I like the legs on that.
Yeah, I know.
That's very pretty. Sorry.
Got a new glass from vacation. They only had one of them. Not very happy. I got the last one.
It's super cool, guys.
Different. It's like a wine glass that are like this, but it's a lot smaller and
it's pleated at the bottom. It's really cool. It's got like ridges. It's really cool.
And it's got a narrow top, so it funnels the smells up.
But now that the fun is over, we're going to get back into our second jobs and get some blind tasting done for you guys. So we got this one. We'll start it on out. What are we smelling?
A lot. Butterscotch hits you right away when it's first poured. This is the second sample. It's strong at first, but it dissipates and it evolves. I love the smell. It smells a little young. There's a little bit of alcohol on there. Usually when it's aged more, it's way different. I don't even know how to explain it. It's very sweet. Kind of reminds me of sour mash. I'm not sure why. I get a little bit of golden delicious apple.
Okay.
I usually get green apple or sometimes red, but this one's got that iconic taste that the golden delicious have.
Fair.
Grape. Strong grape. I don't know why. I've never gotten grape. And a little bit of honey, but grape keeps coming back.
That's interesting.
I give it a 4.75.
Oof. Almost perfect
I can't do it perfect because if it was aged a little bit, I think that alcohol would disappear a little bit more and it would just be perfect.
That's fair.
But judging by the color, I would not think that it would smell that good. The color is just light.
All right, taste. Excuse our cat, she missed us.
The taste has been throwing me through a loop because it's not as good as it smells.
Oh, okay.
Still good. Completely different than it smells. Get a pretty good amount of rye on the back.
Any other flavors you're pulling? Does anything carry over or is it just completely different?
Get a lot of oak. Get hay.
Hay.
Yeah, hay.
Hey.
I'm not sure why.
Do you know what hay tastes like?
Apparently. I know what hay smells like, and what it smells like is how it tastes.
Okay, I guess.
I'm getting the smell of how a golden delicious tastes, and I'm getting a taste of how hay smells.
Okay, so if you knew what hay tasted like, that's what it would taste like. Okay,
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Secretly sneaking out to the pastures and chewing on hay at night. Got it.
Very florable and herby. Herby like in a flower herb. What kind of flower herbs are there?
I don't know.
Lavender or something? I don't know.
Oh, lavender's real potent though.
Is it?
That's a pretty strong
But it is floral,
florally.
herbal, maybe like a...
Does it taste like a dandelion smells?
No. Don't make fun of me.
I'm sorry.
It just tastes odd compared to what it smells. But it's not bad. I do like it.
Okay.
I do still think it's young, and I think it's lower proof.
Maybe.
I'd say around 90-ish, maybe a little bit less.
Okay. So what do you give it for taste?
6.5 out of 10.
I think that's fair. Okay. How about the finish?
It's got another uniqueness to it. The finish it's long, but it's not strong.
Okay.
Like the oakiness sticks to your tongue, but it doesn't like coat your mouth and stay for hours.
So it's kind of another trait of being a younger whiskey.
Yeah, maybe. Sadly, I'm not really familiar with a lot of younger whiskeys, so.
I'm going to get him on this one, guys.
We'll see.
How's the mouth feel?
It's a little oily.
Okay.
I like it. It's viscous. It's not bad, but it's not elite.
And it's funny that you say that, because with how thick the legs are.
I know.
Ugh.
The finish I'd give 3 out of 5.
Okay.
A little bit better than average.
All right.
The look, it's got thick legs.
Oof.
For being lower proof and younger. At least I feel like it's lower and younger. You wouldn't think it would stick to the glass
I know.
like it does.
It's like syrup on the side of the glass.
And it just runs down. It's kind of mesmerizing.
Yeah, it makes perfect little lines.
Yeah,
little
all
droplets.
around.
Yeah.
The color it's light. It's like a golden honey.
It kind of looks like a little honey dropper in your pleated glass.
If it is aged, it might not be a bourbon. I don't know what that would be then. Always have to have those phone notifications in the background.
Every time.
Phones and cats.
Okay, so what do you give the look of it?
The look, I'm going to give it full points on the color and the legs, 2.5.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
All right, so that brings you to 16.5 without the bottle. Are you ready? Guesses. Ooh, guesses.
I want to get away from guesses because it doesn't make me look good if I guess like Elmer T. Lee and it's something
Benchmark.
Benchmark. Hey, that was going to be one of my guesses.
So what do you feel though? What are you feeling? Do you think it's a bourbon? Do you think it's a whiskey? Do you think it's young? Do you think it's old?
I do think it's young. I think it's
top
around
shelf?
90-ish.
Okay.
My first guess off the smell would have been Michter's Sour Mash.
Okay.
The taste, I drank it over vacation, so I don't think it's that anymore. I think it's an elite bottom shelf.
Okay.
Only 2 I can think of that we have are Benchmark and Old Barton.
Well, you're completely off base, and you did not pull out. So we bought this bottle for me. I really wanted to try it because it is something different that they are trying, and John and I were very intrigued by the story behind the bottles. There are different voyages of it, and we picked one up, and it is Jefferson's Ocean. So I'm just gonna hold this right here. So this is Ocean. If I find it kind of funny because when John and I first tried this, we both got like caramel corn, salted caramel something. It brings out a lot of different flavors. The story behind this bottle, guys, is amazing. This guy decided to get some barrels and throw them on a ship, and it sails around all different continents. And
Trey Zoller.
He's really awesome. Like, just reading his stories and watching his videos and stuff, his ingenuity and stuff with how he did this is just amazing. And he did say, the first couple trips they broke. They lost a lot of whiskey to it. But the end result is it is a Kentucky straight bourbon's very, very small batch. And it is 90 proof, so you were right on that.
I didn't know. I did not know what their proof was. I was commenting on some threads because I've been thinking about the cask strength, and I'm like, What is the proof on
Yeah.
Ocean?
So it is 90 proof. There are, I think, 16 or 17 Voyages right now.
It's getting up there now.
We have Voyage 9. You can find them everywhere. We paid $80 for this bottle, so it is a little bit more expensive, but it is worth it if you like something unique and different. I think we tried this, and then I let my dad try it, and I don't think we've touched it since. Because it's kind of like a specialty one to kind of pull out and show everybody and be like, hey, you know.
I'm kind of blown away right now because I don't get any salt on the palate.
I was really surprised when you were going through, you know, like you didn't smell any caramel, you didn't taste any salt, you didn't nothing. So that was kind of interesting to me.
I think that floral and herbal, I think that salt kind of transformed into that, opened up. Now I can taste slight saltiness on it, and I can smell the
oceany,
like the brine now.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that. I'm kind of blown away.
Yeah.
You completely fooled me on this one.
But I mean, it's just awesome. If you, like I said, if you guys get a chance, read up his articles, watch his videos and stuff. This guy's super passionate about what he's doing, and I mean, I would love, if it was a little bit cheaper, I would love to try a couple different of the Voyages, maybe some younger ones and
I
some
want to
older
try
ones.
the weeded.
Yeah, I've heard good things about the weeded one, and I really like weeded bourbon, so I'm sure we'll get a hold of that one. The bottle, I like the bottle.
It's got a map
pretty
on
unique.
the back. It's got
it's got the ship that it was carried on the front. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna cover my face for a second, but it has the ship on it, and then on the back it has a map. So it's super unique, super cool. The cork is wood. It's got the Voyage at the top.
Does it have a good cork pop?
Oh, not right now.
That's a couple months old. I guess we got rid of the cork pop.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can go on their website and you can see where the Voyages.
Yep, you can see it when you buy the bottles. They come with a little tag on them, and it tells you like, you can check out our website at such and such, and it'll tell you exactly where your batch has gone.
So it says it is a very small batch. It has bottle number 4806. So if that's 40,000,
maybe because it's Voyage 9. I know he only does like 6 or 8 barrels on a ship.
He does a lot more than that,
but I mean, he does.
Interesting.
It's just right. It's an intriguing bottle.
And I think I'm accurate on the taste for my preference, because I remember loving the smell, and then the taste was just
like,
it's good. It's different. It's like an experience type thing.
Yeah. It's something to crack open and share with friends when they come over. It's something different to try.
But I'm gonna give the bottle full points. I love the map. It's just different. There's nothing else like this. It's got a ship on it. I'm obsessed with Lake Michigan and nautical and watching ships and everything. So
that's fair enough.
It's unique, the story and everything. So 2.5 on the bottle. So
that brings you to 19, which brings you to 76.
16.75 plus 2.5
is 19. Oh, 7.5. My bad, guys. I forgot you gave that 7.5.
Mathing is hard.
It is hard. So that would bring your total 19.25. So that would be 77.
All right, let's take a minute, a break to make sure our math is good. And I want to look up about the age and stuff.
Okay, we'll be back.
So as I'm questioning Lindsay's math, let's refresh you on our scale for our total score.
All right, we're back. It is 77 out of 100, so I think
good.
That's pretty accurate to how we feel about it. This is one of the ones that I think is a little bit more sippable for me, just because it is a little bit sweeter. So it's nice, and it has the different floral and herbal hints. Like I get where John's coming from with that kind of stuff.
I think if this was the cast strength, because I love higher proof, I might put this into the 85, maybe high 80s range.
Put it way up there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll work our way into those. We'll see. Maybe we can end up doing a Jefferson's head-to-head once we get our hands on some of the ones we want. But we did look it up. We have some of the storylines behind it for you guys. So the overview for the actual, like, what he did, I'm going to read off John's phone a second because we don't have it here. But so the story behind him doing Jefferson's Ocean is this bourbon started out as an experiment with just 3 bourbon barrels on Trey's friend's Chris Fisher of Osearch's ship. Say that 10 times fast. In a curious effort to discover what would happen if bourbon was left to weather the extreme elements. Temperature fluctuations, salt air, and the gentle rocking of the ship. The result was a thick, dark bourbon that showcases complex flavors reminiscent of other spirits. The almost black color of caramel flavors resemble the dark rum as the sugars within the barrels caramelized. The briny, savory taste from the barrels breathing the sea air is reminiscent of Islay Scotch. And at its core, it's a true bourbon. Due to his massive demand from consumers, Trey has now commercialized this experiment and sent hundreds of barrels around the world. Each voyage of Jefferson's Ocean typically crosses the equator 4 times, visits 5 different continents, and over 30 different ports on its average sailing. So that's just every voyage, every batch. That's just his generic formula for this. Like I said, we have Voyage 9, so I read like the little tag that comes with it. This is what it says. It says, shortly after boarding its cargo of fully matured Kentucky straight bourbon, the Tamerlane set sail for 30 ports on 5 continents. Seas were moderate and temperatures ranged from the 70s overnight to the low 90s during the day. As the ship passed above and below the equator 5 times, air temperature remained relatively stable from the 60s to the low 80s, and except for a couple weeks of rough weather in September and November, the ship encountered only moderate turbulence. As a result of a consistent opening and closing of the wood grain in the barrels and the normal rocking of the ship, Jefferson Ocean Voyage 9 took on salty caramely notes and subtle charcoal and smoke flavors due to the fact that more of the bourbon came in contact with the interior surface of each barrel. Because of the departure date of the Tamerlane, most of the voyage was exposed to fall and spring weather patterns and avoided the good deal of the more dramatic summer-winter climate change. As a result, contact with the wood allowed the staves to act as a filter, taking out the stringencies of alcohol, making for an extremely smooth and rich finish. So those tags, that was the little tag that came on the top of this when we bought it. So you can go to Jefferson's Reserve to their website and you can see all the different voyages and maybe find one that sounds more interesting to you guys. But I just thought that's kind of cool that they put, it's not exactly where it's going or what it's doing, but it tells you, they've been to 30 different ports and 5 different continents, crossing the equator. It's just interesting. It's very interesting bourbon.
I would highly recommend it. It's $80 for 90 proof. That's a little high. Cask strength's over 100. I know that. That's why I haven't gotten one yet. I'm cheap. I do know a little bit about Jefferson's Ocean. I know they source their whiskey, so they did not make this whiskey. They
pull it from other distilleries.
It's known to be like a 15, maybe 20% rye mash bill.
Okay.
They didn't release the mash bill on it, but it is up there. Trey Zoller, I think, did an amazing job on this. Amazing idea. I mean, if you want to surprise someone and wow them with a bourbon, I think this is the go-to. The story behind it. And Trey Zoller, I've listened to him on many podcasts.
Yeah.
And watched many videos, and he's an amazing guy.
He seems like he's a pretty good guy.
Him and Bernie Lovers are my 2 favorites in the business. Hope I get to meet him soon because their stories are just amazing.
Well, who else would have thought? I mean, who would have thunk to put bourbon barrels, on a ship, like try and infuse different flavors?
It really,
and the wood opens, and that, I mean,
I'm going to change my statement of saying age would do it better. I think cask strength would be higher proof would do it better.
You're more partial to higher proof stuff, so that would make sense. But definitely one you guys should try and get your hands on, try and figure out which one sounds good and find them. They are everywhere. Not all the Voyages. I've never seen all the Voyages in one place.
If you see one
but
under 10 or under a Voyage, I would grab it right away because they're going to get harder and harder to find.
The younger ones are going to, the first few are going to be hard to find. You can always, I don't think I've ever gone into a liquor store and not seen like 14, 15, 13, those ones around.
Most have them on the shelves.
Yeah, most people have them, and most people have Jeffersons.
A lot of people don't want to pay $80, but I for the experience and to wow people, and
it's just different.
It's worth it.
It's a different bourbon. It would probably be a good gift.
And maybe it's cheaper in other states.
Maybe, but it's definitely worth it if you guys can find it. I would get your hands on one, try it out. It is different, so don't shy away from it because it's different. But it's just got real unique flavor to it. So, but it's definitely something to keep around and share with other bourbon lovers and try out. But there you have it. That's Jefferson's Ocean, guys. Get back with some more, get rolling back into our routines here and get you guys some more videos. So we'll see. So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.